guys, I'm going to be changing this furnace tomorrow. This thing's all cooked, that's cracked. They've had a lot of problems with this furnace. They just called me in on it. And there's no serial number, no model number. Somebody ripped that off. They want to just change it. They've been having a lot of problems with it over the years. So, I got a little Ruud unit I'm going to be putting in right there. I got to pump down the condensing unit outside in case I got to take this coil off. Bryant, I believe it's a Ruud unit outside. That unit there is 5 inches shorter, so I might end up dropping this right down and just panning in that top. I don't know yet. We'll see tomorrow. Or I might raise it up with some blocks. Be doing it first thing in the morning, so return coming down here. Gotta put a filter rack in on this thing. When the heating goes over with a B vent to a T-drill and power venter, which I think that's most of their problem is right here. This thing's not set up right, and then it goes out the side of the building. That's why that thing's all cooked over there. I got it on fan to pump down the AC, just in case. But should be interesting. The furnace is the same width, basically the same dimensions as this, just shorter. So that A coil, I should be able to pop it right on a new furnace, no problem. That's the deal. Yeah, okay. All the paint's burnt off it. Looks like this unit needs a little bit of cleaning. Lack of maintenance. Look at all the stuff in here. Dirty. Never want to go in a vacuum with it, especially with a scroll. That's fine. A little bit left in there, but nothing major. Let's pump down. That's good. Morning, guys. It's November 19th. 2013. I'm going to change a furnace. I'm going to be putting in a 90+ furnace on this commercial job, and hitting it early. It's like probably 2:30 in the morning. I'm going over there now. I got the cellar door open, so I'm going to go over there and start ripping and tearing it out. Try to get it done so electrician can get there first thing in the morning. I don't want to leave them without heat too long, so. Alright guys, she's gonna come out. It's early the next morning. I'm here. Probably about 3 o'clock in the morning. I got all my stuff here. I'm gonna try to get it done before they open. This way they're not without heat for too long. Get going on. Alright guys, I put a hanger over here to hold this A-coil up. I got the furnace, so I'm going to slide the new one in and release that hanger on this side, hanger on the other side here. Hold it up in place. Kind of pried it up, you know, and then screw them in. Get it up a little bit higher than I need it, and I'll get the new furnace in and I'll drop it down on top. The furnace is like 5 inches shorter, so I'll come up with like 4-inch blocks. That's what I'm gonna do. Coil looks a little bit dirty. Let's see if I can get up there and clean it with my brush. Definitely don't look too good. See if I can clean it with my brush. If not, I'll have to pull it. Alright guys, I've been able to get it pretty damn clean with a brush. It's pretty clean. It's not perfect, but I'll tell you, it's a lot better than it was. So, you know, it's always better to pull them out, but I might have to do it in the spring. I'll have to see when I run the AC next year. I had to come back and clean these units anyway. They're all full of leaves and whatnot, but that's good enough. Try a little brush. It'll be okay. I'll be able to run it like that. Alright guys, I got a filter rack here I'm going to put in, cut into the side, and I had to modify this. You see, I put this little strip on it temporarily so I could bend the sheet metal, but I had to cut it because I'm probably about 1.5 inches difference. So I'm kind of modifying this return drop to fit into this return box here. So that's what I'm working on now. See if I can, once I get it all together and stuff, I'll give you a shot what it looks like. It should be okay when I'm all done. Alright guys, I was able to modify the, you can see how much I had to bend that thing. Basically, what was happening was, before the piece came down to here where it turned, so I cut it with my grinder and I bent the piece. And there's some screws in there. I gotta use some tape on it, but it's gonna be nice when it's all done. You can see how much I had to modify it, but inside I bent the tabs over. Be good when it's all done. I'll put a little scab piece in there. When I got it taped, you won't be able to tell. Alright guys, I got that sitting right on the new furnace. What I did was I just came up with some blocks and some vibration pads. That's my 5 inches I needed right there. So, got the return. Obviously they don't line up, so I'm gonna have to make an offset. But I'll do that later. I'm gonna get this thing running for the people, and then I'll worry about doing this return later. Make sure everything's good, but don't look bad. So I didn't have to cut any of the refrigerant lines or anything, so we're okay. Just gotta tape it. Oh god. Alright guys, I just got it jumped out now, and I got the supply ran just to get them some heat in the place. I just got it temporarily hooked up till the electrician gets here. He's not going to get here till later on in the day, so I get him some heat. I gotta tie, I gotta tie the return in. It's gotta be offset. Tie this. I just got it dumping outside for now on a supply. I'm gonna reduce down to 2 inch when we go out. You want to reduce to 2 inch when you exit the building, so I'll have to work this the makeup here back now. Yeah, it's like 50, probably like 52 in the building, so I gotta get them some heat. I gotta put a couple 90s on there after. This is gonna be the return. Alright guys, I got this thing all taped off now. I use a silver tape everywhere. All the joints. That's one thing the sheet metal inspector in my state looks for. Either mastic or they want all the joints taped up good. So I did everything, even the stuff that, was already there, I taped up. I gotta do this return now. I leveled the line up. I got like a 4 inch offset. And I came down about 6 inches. Well, I'm gonna cut my duct and then I'm gonna pan it in. Transition it in. I gotta cut this. I took that flexible piece of shit off there, and I'm not gonna use that. So I gotta cut this duct, and I'll put it in there. And I'll be like 6 inches lower here, and 4 inch offset. So I'm gonna do that next. Hand that in. Some S-lock on this bottom piece on the top, and cut some sheet metal and fold it in there. I got the exhaust all run. Let me show you that. Comes up here and I ran them right over. A couple of hangers. Set of hangers there. Hanger there, hanger there. I ran it right alongside this refrigerant line. Oh yeah, a couple offsets. I jumped up in the bay. I gotta put that insulation back. This pipe's actually acting like it will hang in this black pipe. I got a set of couplings in there. I had to cut them to get them up in there. Put another hanger here. And another hanger there. And I reduced down before I go out. That hole was already there. I don't know who drilled that, but it wasn't me. Looks like a stucco building outside. It's all nice and high, tucked away. You know, it's probably about, I don't know, 6'2", 6 feet 2 inches or so to the bottom, so anybody can walk down here. You know, so we're good. It's out of the way. Clean, neat. Everything's taped. It's running now, so like I said, I just jumped it out temporarily. Put my jumper on here. Plugged into my 4-way. Got the condensate pump plugged in there and charging my battery too. I'll show you the termination on the outside. He's going to have to have the stucco building, the old exhaust. I'm not going to take that out now because you've got to have that stucco fixed. I'll show you out there. Water supply. Cut a piece of screen in there, a little piece of pipe, pull it in. And turn comes 2 elbows, same thing. I got that screen up in there. You can put a bush here or something, hide that. See, that's what I was talking about, the termination. I'm not going to take that out because he's going to have to put a piece of stucco in there or something. So that's just going to stay there. Alright guys, here's my transition. I bent this piece here. You know, it wraps around both sides. And the same thing with this piece I made here. The cross bend. This one wraps around this side and the other side, and I just filled it in with this little piece here. So I just have to tape it up now. Oh, there's the transition offset. Comes down. It's 4-inch offset. Boom. Patch that hole. I gotta put the taper on everything now. Yeah, my work always looks better once it's taped up. I like using the tape better than the mastic, that's for sure. But I'd rather use mastic. Patch them holes. I got the E-coil coming out the back here. That's pretty much it. Just gotta pick up my mess and I'm done. I gotta put the sign outside yet. Do that. The electrical's all done. It's picking up and I'm done. I gotta turn the condenser unit back on. Outside, open them king valves and I'll be done. Alright guys, thanks for watching.